And along with that, you guys remember ARC, the Alliance for Responsible Citizenship? It's the thing that Jordan Peterson started with, like Vivek Ramaswamy and stuff like that. They were supposed to be the right-wing WEF. I've talked about them in a couple of times in the past. It's been a while. But do you guys remember that situation? And how I told you, it's the right versus left. It's duality, the mystery religion, the duality of the left versus right, the yin and yang, the light and dark. We've been seeing that when it comes to the political game, the Democrat dark, Republican light that we see going on right now. This is the same thing. This is supposed to be the light WEF, and they were ready to go for when Trump got in for his second time, and now they're starting to come out and do some stuff. Let's take a look, because they're having their thing, their big shindig thing, conference going on right now. So this is the Alliance for Responsible Citizenship, the ARC, and ARC 2025 on the 17th through 19th of February. We are drawing together 4,000 people from around the world to our second global ARC conference in London. Join us to be a part of the conversation as we work to relay the foundations, rebuild it, build back better. Build back better. Well, just in case you guys don't remember, here's the advisory board. So I've talked about some of these guys, but I just want to point out a few that you'll recognize. Borge Lomberg is a part of the WEF as well. He came over on this. Dan Crenshaw. Everybody knows Dan Crenshaw. Mr. Rhino himself, right? That's what I heard. He's a part of this as well. Who else do we got on this? James Orr is another one that's done work with the WEF as well. A lot of these people come straight from the WEF. Kid you not. There's Jordan Peterson, which I've talked about. He's represented by the CAA, which is connected to the CIA for actors. Yes, I talked about that a while ago as well. So he's all a part of this as well. Mike Johnson. Yes, the Mike Johnson, who everybody seems to have a problem with until Trump got in, and now they love him again. It's amazing how that works. Yes, the snake that is Michael Johnson. Michael Schellenberger has been part of the New Narrative Network, pushing a lot of false narratives in the political direction that they want to do. He's connected to this as well. You got Mike Lee, of course. He's connected to this. Niall Ferguson's one that's been connected to the WEF in the past as well. So he's all hooked up with that as well. Who else? And Vivek Ramaswamy, I talked about him. He's connected to George Soros and China. Yes, China. And all the mRNA and gene editing and everything like that. He's all connected to that as well. Also connected heavily to J.D. Vance, which is, of course, is Peter Thiel's boy, with all that. Well, let's take a look at the ARC 2025 speakers. There's a lot of speakers. We're not going to go over all of them, but I do want to cover a few of them because I think they play a significant point in what I'm talking about here. So you got Bishop Barron. You'll notice there's a lot of Catholic connection to this, which is telling, to say the least, not something to be overlooked. But Bishop Barron, Chris Wright, who's a part of the Department of Energy, is there as well. Okay, there's Jordan Peterson, of course. We got to try and go through this. Schellenberger is also there. I'm sure a lot of people recognize him. He seems to be praised in some prophecy circles as well. Nigel Farage. Mike Johnson is in there speaking, of course. Hey, there he is. There he is. That's right, guys. Peter Thiel is speaking at the ARC conference. Peter Thiel is speaking at this thing. Now, what's fascinating is they made an announcement on their Twitter. I want you guys to see this. Symbolism is everything. I talk about symbolism all the time. Symbolism plays a big part in showing you what's going on. This is the ARC's announcement that they will be interviewing Peter Thiel at their conference. Take a look at the picture. Y'all know what that is? That's the Tower of Babel. They literally posted a picture of the Tower of Babel announcing this. ARC 2025 moment to watch when Jordan Peterson talks with Peter Thiel. $500 billion investment in Stargate. The shock emergence of DeepSeek. Rumors of AGI. AI is transforming our world and change is accelerating. At ARC this year, we will be launching a new stream of discussions on how we can develop a pro-human vision for technology. Tomorrow, we are launching the stream with a conversation between Peter Thiel and Jordan Peterson. Not one to be missed. Posted along with the Tower of Babel. This is purposely done. This is purposely done because prophecy is patterns. I've been talking about how this whole beast system that they're building is about rebuilding Babylon. It's about rebuilding the Tower of Babel, the system, the one world religion, the one world government, the unholy pagan trinity, the one world language, the one world economy, all of these things that God stopped them from doing in the Valley of Shinar there and scattered them abroad, they're trying to do now. And so when you have the right-wing WEF that's about rebuilding civilization, talking with Peter Thiel. Do I need to go over his list of what he does? And they posted it with a picture of the Tower of Babel. This is truly revealing. This is truly revealing. Yes. Yeah. We went over this on Saturday, Redeemed, Merging of Technocrats and Mystics. Yes, Jerry Glenn, 1989, he talked about how the whole goal of what they're trying to do is to unite the mystics and the technology, the technocrats together in order to rebuild the world into the conscious evolution. And this is exactly what they're trying to do. This is exactly it. Yeah. Nailed it. Let me pull this back up. That's not what I want. I want full screen. There we go. So yeah, Peter Thiel's there. He's talking. Vivek Ramaswamy is going to be there as well. Tony Abbott is going to be there as well. Some other panelists are going to be showing up. We got Archbishop Angeleos. He'll be there. Coptic Orthodox Archbishop of London. Let's see here. What does it say? Conference at OBE for services to international religious freedom. Lambeth Cross for ecumenicism. Ecumenism, guys. This is I don't even know. They just tell you. They're putting it right there. They're putting it right there in front of you. This is the one world religion. It's all coming together. Mystery religion at play. Yin yang, dark versus light. It just keeps going. Oh my goodness. There's a couple other ones on here. Let's see here. I'm gonna try and find them. Where are they at? I'm sure maybe you guys are picking up some of the things. Dave Rubin, of course, is quote unquote conservative, even though he's married to a man and they stole a couple children. So you have a couple of gay men raising children, which the conservative talking network absolutely praised him for. You got all that going on. There's Eric Metaxas. I've talked about him in the past. The guy, you know how he praises drag queens and talks about how they're so wonderful in what they do and doesn't understand the true gospel and stuff. Yeah, and you got Eric Metaxas speaking at that as well. Anybody really surprised? Again, I'm sure you guys can pick out some people that I'm not pulling out, but you can see some of them. I think there was one other person that I wanted to yeah, look at this dude. Joshua Luke Smith. Joshua Luke Smith is a poet for the people. He is a songwriter, community builder, podcaster, and author. He founded Orphan No More, a record label and creative community. The Psalmists. There's a lot of ecumenical movement involved with this, which is so key to what they want to do. I swore there was one other one, but I can't remember. Yeah, there it is. Sadie Huff. That's the other one I wanted to point out. From Duck Dynasty. Yeah, she's involved with this as well. She's the one that goes out and pastors, quote unquote, and preaches that all the young girls look up to. It's bad out there when it comes to what's going on, and people are falling for this right and left. And it's dangerous because we're not taking a fair view, a fair look at what's going on. We're not taking a fair assessment of what's being put in front of us. And if we can't do that now, again, the church, I'm specifically talking about the church now, that's going to be left behind. Again, I still hold to the view that there's going to be more people left behind than true Christians taken, unfortunately. But it's still one of those things that the church is going to fall for this stuff because they're already falling for it now. This is conditioning. This is conditioning. This is getting people ready for what's coming. This is getting people ready for what is coming, and it's extremely dangerous. And the last thing that I got in regards to this is the announcement from Rumble, their endorsement of the new narrative speakers. There's really no other way to put it. So we're going to take a look at these real quick. Why is that not going? There we go. I'm just going to tell you up front, every name that you see on this list needs to be avoided. Because if Rumble, and I've talked about Rumble, just in case you guys don't know, I've talked about Rumble. They are bought and paid for by Trump's team. JD Vance and Peter Thiel basically funded this thing. Chris Pavlovsky has struck deals with Truth Social. And the whole, go and watch my Trump card episode, my Trump card video. I break it all down there. But people like Charlie Kirk were paid directly by organizations, Trump organizations to do this. Rumble was funded and has teamed up with Truth Social as their video platform in order to get that stuff going. Chris Pavlovsky is best friends with the Trump family, is best friends with people like Russel Brand and all these people like that, Tucker Carlson. And they're building the new narrative network because we went over in that Trump card episode all of the information and documentation showing that Trump's team switched over into avoiding the mainstream media and instead is embracing podcasters and influencers and Twitter people and all these people like that in order to do this. And so that's why when we had the gigantic attack on the mainstream media, everybody jumped ship over to the alternative media, the podcasters and whatnot, your Sean Ryans and your Redacted and your Charlie Kirks and your Steve Bannons and your Tim Pools and all those people like that. And so this is about getting everybody to start following the narrative that they're pushing. They already pushed all of the people over, and now this is about getting them to follow. And so when you look at this, these are endorsements. This is posted by Rumble on Twitter. Dan Bongino, Steven Crowder, Russell Brand, Dave Rubin, Donald Trump Jr., Glenn Greenwald, The Quartering, Jimmy Dore, Redacted, Kimberly Guilfoyle, Steve Bannon, Charlie Kirk, Tim Pool, the best independent news lineup the world has ever seen, only on Rumble. Cable news can't compete. This is propaganda. This is propaganda. This is the new media. The old media is the same as the new media. And they're trying to get you to go, these are the ones that are okay. Follow these people, and you will get the truth. Well, whose truth? Not the truth. They'll be getting somebody else's truth. And more. Badlands, RSBN, Kim Iverson, who is as anti-Semitic as they come. Real America's Voice, Newsmax, X22 Report, Salty Cracker. And we can't forget Viva Frey and Wendy Bell and false prophet Julie Green Ministries. I've called her out in the past. She's an absolute joke. But these are the ones that Rumble has specifically endorsed. And they're telling you, these are the ones to watch. They've got the truth. Don't fall prey to the bad out there. No, these are the ones that are going to tell you every single thing that Trump, Musk, Vance, Thiel, Andreessen, Altman, all these people, they're the ones that are saving not only the country, but the world. That's what they're going to be feeding you on this. Be careful. Take a picture of that, because I would avoid every single name on that list. I personally do avoid every single name on that list. But that's just me.